Younger women are dating older men specifically for the sex.
Have you? Really? How long have you waited for that kiss?
Oh, I don't know, years
Really?
since I was little watching Price is Right.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right, now listen, Denise. I beg your pardon?
You look great.
I couldn't hear
You're
you.
very handsome.
Thank you, Denise. Denise, whisper in my ear, how old are you? Just right. All right, now.
When people see a man in his 40s or 50s out with a woman in her 20s, many people just assume that he's paying for her and that he must be wealthy and the girl must be with him for the money. Though this does happen and there are stereotypical gold diggers, that isn't usually the reason why these young women are with those older guys. Today, I'm going to share with you the dark secret as to why younger women date men who are older than them. And I am not talking about 1 or 2 years older, I am talking about decades or more. And spoiler alert, these girls aren't with these guys for the money. There's a secret that many attractive young women in 2025 have that you don't know about. It's right under your radar. That is that younger women are dating older men specifically for the sex, not the money, not the status or the opportunity, and not because she has daddy issues. It's because older men are delivering women a better sexual experience, and they know it. And they hear about it from friends who are often covertly and secretly taking older lovers. And so they want it too, even if they aren't saying so overtly because they don't want to be judged. Let me read you some comments from women in their 20s talking about their experiences with men who are considerably older than them. Notice the trend in these comments. One woman says, I was 21 and I lost my virginity to someone who was 27 years older. He was looking for a friends with benefit and I was ready to lose my virginity. We met online and he was great. Really enjoyed talking to him about everything. And we met with the intention of having sex and it was fucking fantastic. I was so worried because of my inexperience. I was worried I wouldn't be good enough for him. But he was caring and considerate. He focused on me and he knew what he was doing. And he made it a great experience for me. No regrets. It made me glad I waited as long as I did. I feel like because I had such a good first time, I was able to really explore and enjoy myself sexually. Another woman states, I found myself attracted to a man over 20 years older than me, and I just decided to go for it. It felt great and honestly better than expected. I had no idea it would be that good. I was, of course, incredibly nervous about it, and I'm so glad I didn't let my nerves stop me from doing it. No regrets. I wish I could have spent more time with him. Older men are better. They know what they're doing, and you don't have to walk them through everything. Another woman stated, oh my God, absolutely. Older guys are better. I was 21 and I had a lover who was 51. Most incredible, passionate sex of my life. Oh, the kisses, the eye contact, the way he held me in his strong arms, the smell of his sweat and his cologne. So beautiful in every single way. I still look back at that summer and feel my body grow warm with longing and love. I'll never forget it. See, there are countless stories and comments like this all over the internet, in forums, and articles on message boards. And these girls didn't talk about money or opportunity or transactional reasons for being with these older men. And notice how these women didn't describe sex with these men the way a lot of wives talk about their husbands today, many of which who they've stopped sleeping with. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Now, because the internet is stupid and people are social media brained, I have to state a few things before we continue. Now, I'm not suggesting that older men should creep on younger girls, especially girls under the age of 21. In fact, I did a video discussing the serious problem young women have today with having sex too early and too often. And I make the case in that video that I'll have overlays for, so you can watch that at the end of this video. And I make the case there that why women should avoid sexual relationships, period, until they're 21, due to brain development and attachment problems that sex too early can cause young girls and have and the effects it can have on them later in life. That is a controversial video for some, but one thing you can't say is that I'm suggesting that anyone gets into or pursues a predatory relationship. A girl who is underage, especially in her teens, getting with an older man is predatory. It's a predatory relationship due to the girl's brain development, even if she thinks she wants it. Whereas a girl who is in her 20s with a man even much older than she is not predatory. Okay? Those are two consenting adults. So any weirdo who wants to make a pedo comment in my comments section, you can save it. All right? And I also want to mention that based on the hundreds of comments and cases of sexually satisfied women out there, you can't say that it's just the men predating on younger women when there's an age gap. I can tell you from experience that is not the case. Most of these women find themselves attracted to and going for older men. Now, with that, I think it's time to ask here that you please support the channel by sharing this video to others who need it and subscribing. YouTube algorithms are often not friendly to this channel because I tell you guys the truth about things that are controversial to some. So please help me help more people. And if you want to do better in your dating life, be sure to join my community and post your issues there. It's a free resource and my gift to you for your support. What is going on here with these young women secretly getting with older men into sexual relationships? Well, let's look at evolution first. Women are instinctively attracted to signals of genetic fitness, good health, a fit body, and broad shoulders, height, and so on, right? And during most of our history, people died at young ages of disease, injury, or lack of medical care. So, when a man could make it into an older age and still demonstrate good health and physical dominance, that is demonstrating a higher level of genetic fitness than a younger man who technically might be a risk. This is why almost every year, People's Magazine's Sexiest Man Award goes to somebody who is over the age of 40. Women are attracted to some aging in an attractive man. So I'm not talking about the creepy grandpa dude who has no teeth and shits his pants every day.
Oh, God.
Ew, Grandpa, you sharted.
Obviously, they are attracted to older men much more than men are attracted to older women because men are attracted to women based on their genetic fitness for bearing children, and bearing children relies on their fertility and youth. It's not that older women can't be attractive or that there aren't hot women over the age of 50 or something, right? There are plenty. And certainly because most men will have sex with just about anything that's available, a younger man would have sex with older women. But just because a guy would, all right, that doesn't mean that's a guy's preference. The fact is that men would prefer younger women based on those fertility signals, whereas women seem to find themselves attracted to older men, whether they admit it or not. An older man who maintains his health and fitness and who is confident and not insecure, he brings the right vibe to a woman of any age. An older guy has lived longer, navigated life's up and downs, and usually knows what they're about. And they aren't about to just bend and change themselves to impress some woman. And that vibe is already more attractive than younger men who are often trying to impress the girls and prove their worth, which comes off as insecure and less dominant. So, strike one for the younger guys. And for women, dominance is a big draw in the bedroom. It's not just about physicality, it's the way an older guy carries himself, like he's comfortable in his own skin. And experience matters too. Older men are often seen as more attuned, more deliberate, and because they've had some time, they have figured out what works. A younger woman might find that appealing if she's tired of fumbling with first dates with guys her age. Look, women don't want guys trial and erroring their way through their vaginas. They want a man who is dialed in. And secretly, younger women know that it's more likely going to be the seasoned man who is likely to be able to press their buttons in the right way. Older, more experienced guys also offer a sense of freedom that a young woman who is still learning about herself needs. For a hot girl in her 20s, dating the nice guy her own age comes with risk. Most good guys her own age want to lock her down and get her into a relationship, get her into a commitment, and start pressuring her for a future together with him, which is something that she might not be ready for. Not yet, anyway. So she still wants to have sexual relationships. And if the nice guys her age are a no because of their risk, what does that leave her with? That leaves her with jerks and bad boys who might treat her like crap and cause her a whole set of different problems. So, where does a girl go then to have a good sexual relationship without the baggage and without the risk? Well, now you understand then a bit more why these women are picking older guys. Dating the right older man for sex often comes with fewer strings attached. A hot girl in her 20s wants sex, doesn't want risk, and is ready and isn't yet ready for the picket fence or the long-term commitment. She wants something more fun, more physical, and with no baggage. Older men, especially those who've been around the block, maybe divorced and just enjoying their freedom, for example, can offer them that. And older men usually have more resources and more to lose. So they are less likely to push for something serious right away, which suits younger women just fine. And there's the practical side, which is that an older man might have his life a little bit more together, like a stable job and a nice place, which just makes the logistics of a casual fling go a lot smoother. So it's not always about money and paying for sex or being a sugar daddy or whatever. Sometimes it's just about not having any drama and having a good time. So with the older guys, sex can be easier access for them with less risk and less drama. But there are two things, though, that bring the quality of the sexual experience up for these young women, which makes them addicted and keeps them coming back for more. One is that all women crave dominance and are attracted to a power dynamic. And older men often have status and natural dominance over younger women. They just have that seasoned aura. So for some women, that's a turn on. And it's not because they're chasing a sugar daddy or money. It's because authority is sexy for women. It's psychological. Somebody who's established as an authority and has dominance can feel like a safe bet for a thrilling encounter. This allows girls to let themselves go and to submit to the older guy, whereas she might try to fight the younger guy for dominance. Now, let's hear what this young woman had to say about her older companion. So she writes, I'm 25 and he's 52. My history before him was 3 different guys my age at different times between ages 18 to 24 years old. Each of them had been terrible in their own way, and I almost thought I should just be a lesbian until I met Tim. I chased after him for weeks, months really. I never wanted an older man before, but for some reason, I just felt like I wanted him, and I wanted him bad. He's such a nice guy and handsome too. And I had been asking him to take me out for weeks. And finally, I said, let's just meet for casual sex. He thought he'd scare me away if he said yes, but he eventually said yeah. And then I told him to take me to dinner first. LOL. So we went out and then he refused to have sex with me. He thought maybe I was just wanting to have a fling or satisfy some fetish. He wanted to make sure it was something I really wanted. And then the next time we went out, we did have sex. And just to be clear, we have known each other for a few years, so we were not complete strangers. For the first time, having sex with him was a mind-blowing for me. I had told him about my previous experiences. He took his time with me, and I felt like I was flying before we even had sex. I didn't know it could be that good. He didn't ask me for anything, and I was so inexperienced. I didn't really know what to do, so I just let him lead. He just gave and took me where I needed to go. And oh my God, is he well endowed? I didn't know that they came in that size. LOL. It was a beautiful and amazing experience. I just wanted more. As our relationship grew, I asked him to teach me things about sex, things I wanted to know and I wanted to learn how to do right. Things that other guys would get mad at me for not knowing. He was very good and patient at teaching me. I'm glad he's healthy because we've been having sex a lot now that I've moved into his home. I just love him so much! Exclamation point. Look, I'm not trying to sell this idea, okay? But I think that's a pretty compelling testimonial if I've ever heard it. And there's hundreds of these from women who are dating older men, which leads to this point. An older man who is confident in the bedroom knows his way around a woman's body, and therefore he's more likely to know how to blow her mind. Most younger guys generally don't have that experience or ability yet, and women know that. And that is why they just can't help themselves. So, what's the point here? Again, this isn't me trying to sell older men to younger women, okay? I don't care. I'm not trying to sell you guys on anything. I'm just reporting the facts. But the reason for this video is because so many of you guys listening to me are in your 30s, 40s, and beyond, and you have limiting beliefs to what you think you can date. Look, if you're a man in his 40s, the media in the gynocentric world is run by middle-aged women and bitter, sexless simps are going to tell you that as a man, you're useless and you're unattractive once you're past a certain age, and that you might as well just cut your dick off because no women want you anymore. Well, I'm here to report that women are making much different decisions than that message would say with their vaginas and their orgasms. Now, if you have let yourself go and you don't have your life together, then sure, you're going to have trouble getting quality women at any age. But if you take care of yourself and you can afford to take a girl on a date, then there's no shortage of opportunity for you at any age. As a man, women will find you attractive, whether they are in their 20s or whether they are older. And if you're a younger guy and struggling with women, don't worry. It actually does get better with age and experience. And so, because of this, what is your excuse for not doing better with women right now? What is your reason for struggling with dates? What is your reason with struggling with your current relationship or struggling to build attraction in your current relationship? Really, what it comes down to is your inner game and your skills more than anything. So if you're not doing well, don't get down on yourself. You just need to learn some better skills. And that's all. So if you are a man of any age, older or younger, and you are struggling with women or relationships, join my community for free and let's start to solve that problem.